Want to welcome everybody out to Lebanon I-44 Speedway for the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial on this May the 16th. As today is Nicholas's birthday, as he's celebrating a heavenly birthday. And before we kick things off, I would just want to read something that I came up with this week. And I will say this, the words that I'm getting ready to say can't fully comprehend who Nick was, how much we have missed Nick, and how much we love Nick. But 26 years ago, a baby boy named Nicholas Bradshaw came into this world, welcomed by his mom, dad, big brothers, and a family who loved him deeply. Nick's road wasn't always easy, from childhood, doctor's appointments, and surgeries, to people telling him what he couldn't do. He faced challenges most of us will never fully understand. But Nick never let those challenges define him. Instead, he became the man we were all privileged to know. Nick Bradshaw, a racer, a competitor, a teammate, a friend, a great son, a great brother, and a great uncle. And some whose passions, laughter, and heart left a mark on this entire racing community. From the grandstands to the pits, Nick made racing better just by being a part of it. Nick began his racing career in 2018 thanks to his racing family at Johnson Racing, with the help of so many people and a long list of sponsors. Nick went on to accomplish more than any medical professionals would ever imagine possible, because Nick was strong. His accomplishments on the track included lots of victories, a 2020 track championship in the Hornet division here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, and a 2022 track championship at Lebanon Midway Speedway in the Hornet division. On September 16th, 2026, Nick took his final victory lap. In Fentley, the last place he was before the hospital was right here at his racing home. May 16th, September 16th. The number 16 symbolizes completion, overcoming struggles, and caring for yourself and others. Tonight, that number means even more. Tonight, we honor Nick the best way we know how, by firing the engines, putting on a great show, and racing in his name. Gone too soon, but never forgotten. Hashtag 23 strong. If y'all would please stand. Fans, we live in the greatest country of the world because of the courageous men and women who fight to protect our freedom and safety. It takes someone truly special to serve on the front lines. So let's show some respect and appreciation with a round of applause for all those who have been enrolled in the United States Armed Forces. And then if that's you, if you please, fans, let's show them respect with a round of applause and show them how much we appreciate them. Now, here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, we stand on John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, so whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And so tonight, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the life of Nicholas Bradshaw, hashtag 23 strong. And let's celebrate the Lord Jesus Christ for blessing us with an incredible country, an incredible racing community, and an incredible racing facility. And let us remember that we are one nation under God. Let's bow our heads and pray. And please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, as I always say, Lord, we thank you for who you are. Lord, we thank you for dying on the cross for our sins. Lord, tonight, it's a special night. Lord, right now, I just lift up the Bradshaw family and the Johnson family. Lord, we're missing somebody tonight. But Lord, let us be remembered of the memories that we had with Nick. Let us not forget the laughter that Nick brought to us, the joy, the excitement. He might not be here physically, but he's here in spirit. And we will never forget the 23 of Nicholas Bradshaw. Lord, we thank you for the men and women that fight for our country. Lord, I will say this, what a week it's been. As we had two incredible people go on national television and worship you on the biggest stage of them all. And Lord, I don't care what they say. Lord, the news might be thinking that this country is going downhill, but I've got other news for the news. You're still in control. You're still Lord. And I think a lot of people are coming to you. And Lord, I just pray tonight that everybody stays safe. We have a great night of racing. And thank you for this beautiful weather. And Lord, we thank you. And Nick, we love you. And we miss you, buddy. And all God's people said, amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. And a special treat, a salute to you, Nick. And I-44 Speedway, and God bless you, race fans, and God bless Nicholas Bradshaw, and God bless the Bradshaw family. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the front stretch is the 23 of Nicholas Bradshaw machine, followed by his teammates, the Johnson JNC Racing Crew, Chris Johnson, Michael Jurgensen, Corey Henson, Chris Albright, and Tony Johnson. Get ready now for the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers coming on the track. It'll be the 1 of Gary Barrows, the 53 of Joe Williams. Row number 2 will be the 23 of Michael Jurgensen. On the outside will be the 59 of James Michael. Green flag is in the air. Out front, side by side, the 23, Michael Jurgensen, the 53 of Joe Williams, and the 1 of Gary Barrows. Michael Jurgensen out front, the 23 and 53 of Joe Williams second, the 1 of Gary Barrows in third. Still Michael Jurgensen out front in the 23, 53 of Joe Williams second, and the 1 of Gary Barrows in that third spot. All right, here we go. We're now going to the Nate's Concrete pumping. All right, here we go. Get ready for Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stock Heat number 1. Apologize for that. We had a driver change in the street stocks. So on the pole to be the 33 of Parker Darnell out of Buffalo, Missouri. It'll be the 0, Corey Hinson. Row number 2 will be the 7 of Mike Sloan. On his outside will be the 67 of Ed Mangus. There'll be the 00, Chris Johnson out of Lebanon, Missouri, and the 4 of Josh Hazel. So 6 cars, 8 laps will be your distance. So here we go. 8 laps be your distance. Side by side. Parker Darnell, Corey Hinton will lead them. Green flag is in the air. Out front is the 0 of Corey Hinton. Here comes the 6 of Ed Mangus, 6-7. On the outside of the 33 of Darnell with the 00, Chris Johnson. Moved up there, that second spot. So it's Corey Hinton, Chris Johnson, and Mike Sloan, your top 3. Corey Hinton out front. Here comes Chris Johnson on the inside. Side by side for the lead. Coming out of 4. Be a new race leader, the 00, Chris Johnson. Corey Hinton. Here comes Sloan on the inside of Hinton. Sloan pushing the 0, Hinton up the track a little bit. Sets up in that second spot. As now Chris Johnson, 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go. Johnson, Sloan, and Hinton, your top 3 with the 4 of Hazel sitting there in that 4th spot. Two more laps to go with Chris Johnson out front, your leader in the 00, the 7 of Mike Sloan sitting there in second. White flag is in the air one more time around. We have 3 races in 3 different places, side-by-side battles between Sloan and Johnson. Who's going to be at the line? It's going to be Mike Sloan. Mike Sloan out front. There'll be a 00, Chris Johnson in second. and the 4. Get ready now for heat race number 2. On the pole will be the 55 of Dale Thomas out of Conway, Missouri. And on his outside will be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Row number 2. On the inside will be the 99 of Chris Albright. And on his outside will be the 27 Dakota Scribner. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 01 of Yvette Eichelman and the 5 of Matt Hazel. Green flag is in the air. Out front is the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, the 27 of Dakota Scribner in second, the 55. Dale Thomas in that third spot with the 5 of Matt Hazel in fourth. Hazel now on the inside of the 55 of Thomas. Thomas drops back a spot there behind the 5 of Hazel. Right now it is Jurgensen, Scribner, and Hazel. Your top 3. Michael Jurgensen still out front, your leader. Whoa, hold on, as the 5 of Hazel looks like something broke on the 5 machine as he darted down the racetrack there on the backstretch. So yellow comes out here for the 5 of Matt Hazel. So Matt Hazel will tack to the rear of the field. So it is Michael Jurgensen. Your race leader. Michael Jurgensen continues the lead in the championship point standings, as Hazel's just 5 points behind him. As right now it is the battle between Jurgensen and Scribner, as everybody else battling there in the middle of the pack with Dale Thomas in the 55 up the third, and the 99 of Chris Albright trying to hold off the 5 of Matt Hazel, as Hazel on the slide it in there, take over that 4th spot. As Hazel right now trying to burn the tires off of that thing. As right now it is Michael Jurgensen going to get the white flag. Dakota Scribner 2nd, the 5 of Matt Hazel 3rd. The 01 of Yvette Eichelman in that 4th spot. The street stock debut as the checker flag is in the air for the 88 Michael Jurgensen, the 27 Dakota Scribner 2nd, the 5 Matt Hazel 3rd. All right, now we're getting ready for late model qualifying. First car out here will be out of Lebanon, Missouri, the 3 of Brendan Willard. So out front is the 3 of Brendan Willard, sponsored by Lebanon Ready Mix, Midwest Sheet Metal, Halkire Performance, Willard Asphalt, TJR Motorsports, Ernest Performance, Simpson Race Products, and Icon Graphics. Highlights is a I-44 late model champion in 2019, Bolivar late model champion in 2019. His first lap is a 14.886, 14.886 for the 3 of Brendan Willard. Quicker time of a 14.638, 14.638. Up next, out of Springfield, Missouri, with a 4 of Devin Russell. The black and red, as it's orange and black now. In 2025, Devin got a street stock win on May the 31st. Right now, he's behind the wheel of the M3 Hilltop Ranch. 4, sponsored by Amon Electric. He'll come around here for lap number 1, as it is a 15.894, 15.894. 15.786, 15.786. Quicker on his second lap. Coming out next, with a 91 of Dylan Bates out of Fairgrove, Missouri, sponsored by John Chris Racing, R&S Automotive, and Z-Mac Lubricants. two-time Lebanon 944 Speedway track champion. Just came off of a great finish. The Cars Tour West in Colorado. Been away from us for a while, but making a return back after he got a win on opening night back on April the 18th. As quick time for him, 14.482, 14.482. His coming up next will be Jimmy Phone out of Eldridge, Missouri. Sponsored by JDF 2 Motorsports and Smith's Trash. 5-time track champion. And so far this season, he's had a 4th, 2nd, and 3rd finish there. $15.243 for Jimmy, and he will come around 14.979, 14.979. That puts him 3rd. Coming out next, it'll be the 27 of Joe Ross out of Independence, Missouri. He'll be making his first appearance here in the 2026 racing season. Has raced with us previous 2 seasons. As he will come around here. As first lap will be a 15.177, 15.177. $14.978 for the 27R of Joe Ross. On the track now, it'll be the 05 of Kay McQueenie out of Lebanon, Missouri. Sponsor K05, as he is going to be taking it into the pits. So, looks like possible mechanical troubles there for the 05 of Kay McQueenie. Coming on the track now will be the 73 of Trenton Masters. Sponsored by Trillium Accounting, Brendan Willard Motorsports, 91 Performance, Sound Check, Popeye Tire and Garage, Diemer Edge Hosting, Culvert Concrete LLC, Show Me Dirt, Throttle Up Podcast. Highlights include a 2025 Limited Late Model Championship, 2024 Super Late Model Rookie of the Year, and 2023 Callaway Raceway Pure Stock Rookie of the Year. Trent Master with a time at 15.349, 15.349 for the 73 of Trenton Masters. Trent Master with a time of 15.287, 15.287. Up next will be Independence, Missouri 7 of Anthony Ross. As the 05 coming back out. First time of 15.240, 15.240. And his last lap was a 15.331, 15.331. Bit of So we're going to switch out the transponder here on the 7 machine. All right, so we're going to put a new transponder on this 7 machine. All right. Yep. All right, we got him that time. Green flag is in the air. .112, 21.112. So 15.712, 15.712. So it's Dylan Bates, Brenton Willard, Joe Ross, Jimmy Fohn, Kay McQueenie, the 73 of Trenton Masters, Anthony Ross, and the 4 of Devin Russell. Up next will be our Martin's One Stop So it'll be the Martin's one-stop Crown Vics. All right, here we go. Up next will be our Martin's one-stop Crown Vics. On the pole will be the 69 of Chris Tender. On the outside will be Lebanon, Missouri's 8 of Sierra Herndon. Row number 2 on the inside will be Lebanon, Missouri's 16 of Arleta Vest. Will be the 44 of Jim Flannery out of Girard, Missouri. And there'll be the 17 of the 21 of Drew Shaw out of Mount Vernon, Missouri, and then the 28 of Jacob Merriman. Okay, get ready now for Martin's one-stop Crown Vic. Heat race number 1. Don't forget, fans, who are at the here on the grandstand side, we got the Ozarks Racers Reunion 50-50. We also got 4 Paws, 4 Heroes. Also, don't forget, we got Nicholas Bradshaw bracelets being sold. If you want Nicholas Bradshaw bracelets, don't forget to visit our concession stand, visit our souvenir shack, and go get you a dipped ice cream cone from the Highland Dairy Pit Stop Ice Cream Shack. As here we go. We have 69 of Chris Tender out of Marshville, Missouri, the 8 of Sierra Herndon. Row number 2 will be Lebanon, Missouri, 16 of Arleta Vest. On the outside, we have 44 of Jim Flannery. And then row number 3 out of Mount Vernon, Missouri, will be the 21 of Drew Shaw and the 28 of Jacob Merriman. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Caution coming out as we had contact between the 28 of Jacob Merriman and the 44 of Jim Flannery. It's up right there for the 44, Jim Flannery. So we want to thank Paul's Towing for every week being on hand with us here at the racetrack. All right, so the 44, Jim Flannery will park it there on the inner track. And we got 4 cars remaining. Take some time here to thank our great sponsors of Highland Dairy, C&M Gearworks, Quainton Homes, Don Vance Ford, Douglas Tire and Auto, Edmore Chevrolet, Ellsberg Photography, Equipment Share, Fred Hines State Farm, Icon Graphics and Apparel, Euclid Electric Co-op, Lone Oak Printing, National TV and Rental, Nature's Pantry, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Ozark Estates RV Park, Paul's Towing, Pillar Insurance, RMAX Next Generation, Sierra Herndon, Smith Dash, Taylor Garbo Chevrolet, the official Pace truck, and T-Mobile. Green flag is in the air. So the 8 of Sierra Hurden out front, 69 of Chris Tender in second, 21 of Drew Shaw. Racing hard with the 69 of Tender. As at the line will be Sierra Hurden, Drew Shaw. In the 69 of Chris Tender. As our lead of Vest in the 16. In fourth. Sierra Hurden out front, your leader. 0.6 of a second in front of the 21 of Drew Shaw. Sierra Hurden now trying to hold off Shaw as Shaw is 0.4 of a second now. 69 and Chris Tender in third. So Sierra Hurden in the 21 of Drew Shaw, in the 69 of Chris Tender. So be Sierra Hurden, your heat race winner, the 21 of Drew Shaw second, and the 69 of Chris Tender in third. Get ready now for heat race number 2. On the pole for this one will be last week's feature winner. Out of Bourbon, Missouri will be 88 of Zane Martin on his outside. Good to have this driver back after a hard hit off of the turn 4 last week. Is the 73 of Joseph McWhorter of St. Robert, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside from Eldridge, Missouri will be the 93 of Roger Graves. And on the outside will be the 05 of Cade McQueenie out of Bakersfield, California. Then row number 3 will be the 00 of Bill Brown and the 31 of Farmer Deckard. So 6 cars, 8 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. The The 88 of Zane Martin, your leader. The 05 of Kate McQueenie in that second spot. The 73 of McWhorter in third. McQueenie now looking on the inside of Martin as they are going into turns 1 and 2. Side by side, McQueenie on the inside, Martin on the outside. As new race leader now, the 05 of Kate McQueenie. Out front, Martin stayed right there with him in second. McQueenie now out front, your leader. Martin in second. The 73, and McWhorter in third. McQueenie out front now in the 05, 88 of Martin in second. With McWhorter in the 73, the 00 Bill Brown in third and fourth. White flag in the air for McQueenie. As the 80 of Martin second. 73, McWhorter in third, the 00 Bill Brown in fourth. Check flag is in the air for Kay McQueenie. 88 of Zane Martin second, the 73 of Joseph McWhorter third, and Bill Brown in the 00 fourth, and the 93 in fifth. Get ready now for our third and final heat race on the pole for this one out of Cuba, Missouri, with the 70, the Yvette Eichelman. The outside will be the 75 of Brad Halterman. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 62 of Bo Dial. On the outside will be the 3 of Garth Griswold. And row number 3 on the inside will be the 87 of AJ Starnes. And on the outside will be the 55 of Brian Moore. Here we go, 6 cars, 8 laps is your distance once again. Green flag is in the air. Out front's the 70 of the Eichelman. Here comes Dial in the 62 on the inside of the 70 as Dial got loose coming out of 4 of the exit as Yvette Eichelman takes lap number 1, Bo Dial second as the race there for third between the 87 of AJ Starnes and the 3 of Garth Griswold. As Dial now closing in on the 70 of Eichelman. Here comes Dial. Showing the nose there on the inside. Clean racing so far. Make a little bit of contact there. Coming out of 4. As Dial will let off a little bit. Lose some ground there. But look at the race there. Behind them, 2 races in 2 different places. The race for 3rd. The race for 5th. As the race for 3rd between Starnes and Griswold. And 5th between Halterman and Moore. The event leads the way in the 70 to 62. Bo Dial in 2nd. And the 87, A.J. Starnes has the advantage going down the backstretch into turns number 3 and 4. Two more laps to go. As it's currently Yvette Eichelman out front. Does Bo Dial have anything for Yvette Eichelman? She was doing double duty tonight with 1 more lap to go. As checker flag is in the air for the 70 of Yvette Eichelman, the 62 Bo Dial 2nd, the 87 of A.J. Starnes 3rd, the 3 of Garth Griswold 4th, and the 55 of Brian Moore in 5th. Season point standings in the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers. It's Gary Barrows in front of Michael Jurgensen. And then it's Joe Williams, Jaden Smith, and Tristan Cox in the top 5. We'll get ready here for our lineup. Want to thank Albright Racing as their intermission gave me $100 bill to give to tonight. So thank you once again to Albright Racing as they donated $100 to tonight's winner. So on the pole for this one, out of Lebanon, Missouri, will be the 23 of Michael Jurgensen on his outside, with the 53 of Joe Williams. There'll be the 59 of Michael James. And it'll be the 1 of Gary Barrows. Good field of cars here, good talented field of drivers. As it's time for Nicholas Bradshaw Charger feature here on Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial. Once again, I want to thank Show Me Dirt, Thomas Shaw for live streaming tonight's race in action. No star. And no. That's not how we do it. That's not how you start a race. John Shelton, the flagman, did not like that start. We will line them back up. So far this season, it's been Gary Barrows with 2 wins, Michael Jurgensen with 1. Here we go, side by side. Jurgensen's the pole car. He starts the race. As green flag is in the air. Joe Williams off of a great start there, but here comes Jurgensen. A lot of speed there in the middle of the corner. Down the backstretch they go now as Joe Williams leads the way, and he will take lap number 1. Williams, Jurgensen, Barrows, your top 3. Jurgensen carried a lot of that middle speed there in the middle of the corner. A lot of great exit speed, but Joe Williams right now running that middle line around the 3/8 mile high bank asphalt. Here comes Jurgensen closing in on your leader, the 53 of Williams. As it's Williams, Jurgensen, and Barrows. Williams stays in that top groove as Jurgensen comes down just a half a groove behind the 53 of Williams. A little bit lower. Now Jurgensen going to go a half a groove higher than Williams. Down the backstretch they go. As you can see, 1 and 2 corners are different than 3 and 4 for Jurgensen. As we look at the official times here right now, currently, it's Joe Williams with an 18.830, as here comes Jurgensen now. 1/10 of a second. Jurgensen now on the inside of Williams, side by side, down the backstretch they go. What a race here tonight for the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial. Side by side, what a race this is for the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial in the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers, as the 59 of Michael James trying to stay on the lead lap as the leaders are coming behind him quickly. Jurgensen's going to use James as a blocker as Jurgensen now jumps in front of the 53 of Williams. Williams now on the inside of Jurgensen. Side by side, 5 more laps to go. 2/10 of a second now. Going back and forth, back and forth. A competitive race here for the Nick Bradshaw Memorial night for the Nick Bradshaw Chargers. As that 23 car staying strong out front, your leader. With 3 more laps to go. Jurgensen now trying to put some space between him and the 53 of Williams. As it's Jurgensen, Williams, and Barrows. 2 more laps to go. Michael Jurgensen, 18.902, 18.902. He will come down the line and get the white flag one more time around. Coming out of turn number 3 and 4. Michael Jurgensen is going to take the win. Joe Williams second, the one of Gary Barrows third, and Michael James rounding out in fourth. Wow, what a race there for the Nicholas Bradshaw Chargers. As Michael Jurgensen back and forth, went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 laps. As he will get that flag. Happy birthday to Nicholas Bradshaw. Heavenly birthday. As down here on Earth, your car is still competing, man. As Mikey getting it done here on Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial on May the 16th. Wild side, let him hear it. He's coming at you.
Okay, for those who bought a 50/50 ticket, it's a red ticket. Repeat, a red ticket, number 228578. That's a red ticket, 228578. Come and collect your $105 under the VIP tower. Congratulations.
Pork Belly Ben, he's coming at you. Your Nicholas Bradshaw Charger feature winner to 23, Michael Jurgensen. He's taking off his equipment here. There's Nicholas Bradshaw driver suit colors. Ladies and gentlemen, your Nicholas Bradshaw Charger feature winner, the 23 of Michael Jurgensen on Nick's birthday. Mike, man, what a race there between you and Joe. You guys were battling out there for pretty much the first half of the race there. And then you were changing lanes there in 1 and 2, and then getting up there a little bit lower on the in turns 3 and 4. Michael James there, you kind of used him as a little blocker there to pull ahead and get the W.
Yeah, I definitely used him as a pick for sure. I knew he was going to go high, so I'm going low for sure. But yeah, Ace Joe's got his dialed in for sure. We can come from the back next week and do it all over again.
Man, from last year to ending how it ended to this year, and to getting a second win here on the memorial of Nick and on his birthday, it has to be pretty special.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get all worked up here since I have to get in another car, but yeah, it's been a blessing for sure. You know, opening night, blowing this thing up, I felt terrible, but Ashley Rector with REC Auto Parts with a motor and a bunch of transmissions as well, just in case we have any other issues. I have to thank Michael and Sean. You know, after last year, I asked them if I could run the car again this year for them, and they said absolutely. So thank you to them. Thank you to all of their family. I know it means the world to me. It would definitely mean the world to him. Thank you that Nick's had over the years. There's so many on this car that I can't even begin to put into how many there are. But
and looks like you made it on the banner too. Looky there.
Yeah, I always in any always asking us to take pictures, especially after the races if he won or whatever. He's like, hey, we need a picture, we need a picture. So we started that with Michael and Sean as well. We told them the first night that we won, we said, hey, we need the picture just like Nick got.
Well, hey, congratulations, and I got a special treat for you. As Jeff Albright wanted to give a donation from Albright Racing. Here's an extra $100, as that was going to go to tonight's winner. So appreciate Albright Racing. And Mike, congratulations. I just got to say, from me and Aaron, it was an honor that we didn't have to lift you out of the car. So thank you for getting out of the car by yourself.
Hey, thank you guys, and thank you to Aaron for running this place. This is amazing. Thank you to all the fans that are here. Just thanks, everybody.
All right, family, get in here. Fans, we are going to have a celebration, a birthday celebration, a winning celebration on such a special night here at I-44 Speedway. Everybody's tickling Aaron down here. All right, so they will take their time, and we will give them all the time that they need. As up next will be our Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stocks, and we've got a special presentation for you guys, as street stock drivers wanted to do this. So we will get Mikey back into the pits, back into a race car, because he is doing double duty, and see if he can get the win. All right, so coming up next will be our Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stock feature. And man, past couple of weeks, these street stock drivers has been producing some great hard-nosed side-by-side racing, as this class is once again proving it's kind of the backbone of I-44 Speedway, has been the backbone for many, many of years. And we are seeing some drivers joining us and returning to the street stock division. We see some new drivers, see some drivers from other classes coming to this class, and it's going to be a great night. As right now in the point standings, it's Michael Jurgensen continues to lead the championship standings in the street stocks after a strong runner-up. And Matt's messing with me down here, but Matt Hazel just sits 5 points back in second, while Corey Henson remains right in there in the hunt, only 8 points out of the lead in third. And Ed Mangus, Dakota Scribner round out the top five as the Street Stock Championship battle continues here tonight. Once again, it's going to be a great feature here, as in the Street Stocks, ladies and gentlemen, we have had 3 different winners, and this is race number 4. So we have seen 3 different winners And this is race number 4, as it was Michael on night number 1, Chris Johnson night number 2, and then last week it was Mike Sloan returning to victory lane down here as he made a return. And we're getting ready now to bring out the street stocks. Once again tonight we are going to do out of the car driver introductions for the street stocks, and we will get ready as they will get ready in the staging area. Once again, fans, we will not be racing the next couple of weeks. We'll be back on June the 6th, as also we will have our truck show next weekend with no races. And then be thinking of us on Monday. Monday we will be hosting a whole bunch of middle schoolers. If you have a middle schooler, you probably have gotten that information, but on Monday we are hosting some middle schoolers, as we had the privilege of going to the middle school a couple weeks ago, trying to encourage them to do well on their iReady and map testing. And if they improved, they did well, they got rewarded with a trip out here to the racetrack. And so we are going to be hosting them on Monday. And then our truck show will be Friday and Saturday. So a lot going on here at the racetrack. You can follow us on our Facebook page to keep up to date with all the latest information and details on that. And also, don't forget to go to our website, and you can look us up on TikTok as well, as if you want to see Aaron D dancing. If you saw our Facebook page, I tried a chocolate dip cone earlier, and it was very, very good. So get the cars lined up here. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to introduce our starting lineup for our Nate's Concrete and Pumping Street Stocks. Beginning on the outside, row number 6, starting 12th from Rolla, Missouri. He was last week's feature winner. It's the 7th of Mike Sloan. On his inside from Conway, Missouri, it'll be the 55 of Dale Thomas. Row number 5 on the outside, not making the call. The number 6, 7 having mechanical issues. I wanted to give a shout out to the sponsor, Bald and Bougie. It is Ed Mangus. And then on his inside, starting 9th in row number 5, out of Lebanon, Missouri, it's going to be the 99 of Chris Albright. Row number 4 on the outside from Buffalo, Missouri, driving the sharp Little Charlotte Chevrolet from Buffalo is the 33 of Parker Darnell. In the street stock division tonight, we look at her driving fast in the Crown Vics, but tonight it's the street stocks. From Cuba, Missouri, in the 01, it's the 70 of Yvette Heichelman. In row number 3 on the outside, it'll be the 0 of Corey Hinton out of Lebanon, Missouri. And then starting 5th on the inside of row number 3, from Camden, Missouri, will be the 5 of Matt Hazel. Starting in the inside of on the outside of row number 2, from Waynesville, Missouri, it's going to be the 4 of Josh Hazel. And starting from his inside, from Eldon, Missouri, in car number 27, it's Dakota Scribner. And in your front row, on the outside from Lebanon, Missouri, already got a feature win this season. Your back-to-back track champion, it's the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. And starting on the pole, from Lebanon, Missouri, got one feature win on the season, looking for another. It's the 00 of Chris Johnson. They're getting buckled in the cars here, making sure they are safe. Once again, a very talented field of street stock drivers and cars here tonight for the Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stock Division. As I said, this is race number 4. We've seen 3 different winners. 20 laps will be the distance. As looks like we've had one scratch, the 6-7 of Ed Mangus. Already got the reaps of putting the 6-7 wrap on the car. Might want to take that off. So they will get in the cars here. And drivers, you can fire at your own command when you guys are ready. Here we go. 20 laps will be the distance around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Just waiting on the 01 of Yvette Eichelman. Got it fired up there. She will join the rest of the field. "20 laps will be your distance." You got two teammates on the front row, side by side. Chris Johnson, Michael Jurgensen, both have one win on the season. You've got last week's feature winner, the 7 of Mike Sloan, starting all the way back in row number 6. As they're in the heat race. In heat race number 1, it was a photo finish at the line between the 00 of Chris Johnson and the 7 of Mike Sloan. But we went back and looked at the transponders and the positions and went back to the official, and the official result is Chris Johnson got the heat race win in heat race number 1. That puts him on the pole position of tonight's feature. The Taylor Garble Pace Truck, driven by Jimmy Gann, will pull into the the infield. Here we go, race fans. The Nate Concrete Pumping Street Stock feature. 20 laps is your distance here on Nick Bradshaw Memorial. Buckle up, get on the edge of your seats. We're in for Tyrel as we are green underway. We're racing. Side by side for the lead, coming out of 2. Jurgensen on the outside, Johnson on the inside with Scribner watching a great race in front of them. They come around here for lap number 1. And it'll go to the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Chris Johnson staying within a quarter of the 88 of Jurgensen down the backstretch. Scribner, the 27, riding right now in that 3rd position as we got the brothers battling back there for 4th. As Matt Hazel and Josh Hazel battling side by side for that 4th spot. Here comes the 7 of Mike Sloan as he has charged his way up there in the outside of the top 5, sitting there in that 7th spot. So right now, it's Chris Johnson now. Out front, your leader, Michael Jurgensen in 2nd. The 27 Dakota Scribner sitting there in 3rd. Right now, single file up towards the front. As it's Johnson, Jurgensen, and Scribner, your top 3. Matt Hazel, Josh Hazel, and here comes Sloan. Sloan now moving into that 6th spot there. In front of him, he has the 4 of Hazel to get into the top 5. As it stands right now, we've got 14 more laps to go as Chris Johnson running a 17.7, Michael Jurgensen 17.8. Slow now, moves in front of the 4 of Hazel, moves into that 5th spot now. As now we've got 12 more laps to go. As Sloan now, just under halfway, has made his way halfway through the field. But right now it's Chris Johnson out front. Michael Jurgensen, 1/10 of a second behind him. as we've got 10 more laps to go. Halfway through, it's Johnson, Jurgensen, Scrivener, and Sloan. Right now, Chris Johnson out front, your leader. Michael Jurgen second. Here comes Sloan, looking to drive in on the inside of Scrivener. Scrivener, though, doing a great job holding his line. Right now, he is staying in his lane, making Sloan, making that 7 car do all the work there on the bottom. Scrivener's not giving any room for the 7 of Sloan, and that's how you race right there. Hard, clean racing between Sloan and Scrivener for that top 3's position. As now we've got 7 more laps to go. Johnson, Jurgensen now. The top 2 staying within each other with the 7 of Sloan in 3rd, Scrivener in 4th, Matt Hazel in 5th. We got 6 more laps to go. Mike Sloan, a 17.781. Now we got 5 more laps to go now. Here we go. It's going to be a shootout to the end. 3 drivers battling for 1 position with 4 more laps to go. Oh no. That's not what we wanted to see. There at the very bottom. The 4, Josh Hazel. Man, joining the street stock division, he's saying he needs a push, but he's been dealing with that car for a couple of weeks now. And a hard break for him. It's tough to see him getting a push there from the push truck. Once again, we thank our track safety crew here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Ryan Seen, Mark Simon, Gary Williams, Matt Eden, our Paul's Towing crew, and Simon Bauer over there in the staging area. So many people. But here we go, folks. We've got 5 laps to go. Chris Johnson, Michael Jurgensen, Mike Sloan, Dakota Scrivener, and Matt Hazel, your top 5. As now we got the 01 of Yvette Eichelman at a stop there, as car seems like it's not wanting to power up there. So they will check here on the 01 of Yvette Eichelman. So as it stands right now, the chances of us seeing a brand new winner is kind of slim right now. Because as it stands, Chris Johnson, Michael Jurgensen, Mike Sloan all have a win so far this season. 3 races, 3 different winners. But don't count out 27 Dakota Scrivener or the 5 of Matt Hazel and Corey Henson. has been having a great points run so far this season in that zero machine. Appreciate the 99 of Chris Albright, former Charger champion here at I-44 Speedway, racing with us again, and the 55 of Dale Thomas joining the street stock class. So Yvette Eichelman will get a push here from the push truck, try to get it fired back up. Here we go. Lights are off. Caution light coming back on, as they'll need to see the sign here from John. As a single file restart. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Chris Johnson coming into turns number 3 and 4. It's Johnson, Jurgensen, and the 7 of Sloan. Here comes Sloan now. Looking to go on the inside of the 88 of Jurgensen. Side by side, as caution comes out for the 99 of Chris Albright. So the 00, Chris Johnson, hanging on to the lead as we got one lap in. Michael Jurgensen still sitting in that second spot. Mike Sloan in third. The 27 of Dakota Scribner. Man, on that restart, he was right there on the inside of Sloan, as he had a lot of straightaway speed. But when they went in that corner, that first corner, Sloan pulled away. So we'll see how this restart goes now. As it sits, it's the Johnson, Jurgensen, Sloan, Scribner, Hazel, Henson, Thomas, and Albright. Green flag is in the air. Well, look out. Here comes the green lean machine of the 5 of Matt Hazel. Coming in on with the 27 of Scribner as we come out of turn number 4. We've got 3 more laps to go. Johnson out front. Jurgensen in the 88 in second. The 7 of Sloan sitting there in third. Oh, Oh, Sloan starting to show there on the inside of the 88 of Jurgensen. 2 more laps to go now. Johnson, can he hold off? Can he pull away? As here's an opportunity to do so, because Jurgensen and Sloan's battling side by side for that second spot. So we've got 1 more lap to go. Chris Johnson's going to come out of turn number 2. Down the backstretch he goes. Keep your eye on that battle for second, as it's going to be the 00 of Chris Johnson, the 7 of Mike Sloan, and the 88 of Michael Jurgensen. Dakota Scribner and Matt Hazel rounding out the top 5. Well, like I said, in the middle of that, 2 cautions to go. The chances of us seeing a brand new winner tonight in the street stock division, not very likely, as it's going to be the 00 of Chris Johnson. He's wanting to take a victory lap, and what a night it's been for J&C Racing on Nicholas Bradshaw night. Couldn't write it up any better right now, as J&C Racing sweeping the classes that they run in. As Wildside, he's coming at you. Give him a wave, give him a holler. Your Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stock feature winner, the 00 Chris Johnson. We will park him right here on the front stretch. Wow. What a race. Once again, the street stock drivers proving why they are such a strong backbone to the racetrack here. And he's taking off his safety equipment. He will add to the window here all the stickers of all the wins from 2017 to 2024, 2025, 2026, and going to add another one here tonight. So he's taking off the safety equipment. Put the ball cap on. Race fans, he is putting up the steering wheel on the hood. Let him hear you after a performance like that. Your Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stock feature winner, the 00 of Chris Johnson with a steering wheel drop. Well earned. That was a big old hell. That was a baseball-sized hell. Wow, Chris, what a race, man! This street stock class is getting very, very competitive, very, very fast. You and Mikey, man, running up there towards the front there for the longest time, and this car, you guys got it going right now. And man, as I said, as you were doing your victory lap, what a night for J&C Racing to kind of sweep the weekend on the Nick Bradshaw Memorial, because in 2018 he came to you guys wanting the race, and you guys gave him that opportunity.
Yeah, this win is definitely for Nicky.
Yeah, and he well-earned, well-deserved victory, and you guys gave him an opportunity. But talk about that race. You and Mikey put on a good one.
Oh yeah, he was right on me. I figured he would be, but I knew if I just hit my lines, kept her steady. It'd work out.
Anybody you want to thank?
My wife, my daughter, my mom and dad, the bank of mom and dad, that's who sponsors the car. Bulldog Trucking LLC, that's me. Mikey and the boys for working on this when I'm not home. I just got back at 4:30 this afternoon from California, so they got it ready for me and did a good job.
I will say this, this season, I really hope that you get the opportunity to race with us every week. I know you put the work first, but I hope that we make it possible, because right now you're on the run for a championship, and I see that. You got a good car.
Yeah, I wish I could honestly say I'll be here every week. I can. With my job, it's where I need to go is where I got to go.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, your Nate's Concrete Pumping Street Stock feature winner, the 00 of Chris Johnson. So once again, congratulations to Chris, as he's getting his second feature win of the season. As it stands right now, we're getting ready for our M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature. 40 laps will be the distance for the late models tonight. As the car count is a little up, so we want to give him an extra laps, as we've got 8 cars scheduled for tonight's M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature. As going into tonight, it is been a great season in the late model division, as Kate McCleany continues to lead the M3 Hilltop Ranch late model standings. After another runner-up finish, Jimmy Phone remains close behind, only 5 points back in second, and Trenton Masters sitting in third, 13 points out of the lead. Brendan Willard's second feature win of the season moves him to that 4th, as despite running a limited schedule with us so far. And we've also got the return of Dylan Bates joining us this week, as he has been doing a lot of stuff with the traveling series and got a great finish in Colorado. And he's joining us back here tonight, here on May the 16th, for the Nick Bradshaw Memorial, as this is how they will line up. On the pole out of Independence, Missouri, will be the 27R of Joe Ross. On his outside from Eldridge, Missouri, will be the 28 of Jimmy Phone. Row number 2 on the inside, he was season 1 champion. Well, they want to do out of the car introduction, so we will do that as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to introduce our M3 Hilltop Ranch late model starting lineup. Starting on the outside of row number 4, right here from Lebanon, Missouri, already with 2 feature wins on the season. Give it up for the 3 BW of Brennan Willard. Returning back this season to defend his opening night win from Fairgrove, Missouri. The 91 Performance car, give it up for the 91 Owen Bates. From Bakersfield, California, now resides right here in Lebanon, Missouri in the 05 machine. Give it up for Kay McQuinney. On his outside from Springfield, Missouri in the 4 machine, formerly known as Scarlet. Give it up for Devin Russell. Row number 2 on the outside from Independence, Missouri. He's ran with us the past 2 seasons, making his first start in 2026. Give it up for the 7 of Anthony Ross. On the inside of row number 2. This past week, he earned himself Season 1 of the I-44 iRacing League Championship, and he is a Rolling Thunder champion. Give it up for the 73 of Trenton Masters. And your front row from Eldridge, Missouri, has had many track championships here at I-44 Speedway. Looking for his first win of this season. Give it up for the 48 of Jimmy Foe. And starting on the pole from Independence, Missouri, has ran with us many a times. Looking for that first victory win here. The 27R of Joe Ross. 40 laps will be the distance around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway for the M3 Hilltop Ranch late models. You might be wondering why the cars stop here on the front stretch and put that steering wheel on pretty much any way you want it. And so if it's just off a little bit, it's a little harder to drive. So they got to make sure the wheels are straight so they can replace that steering wheel. You imagine if your steering wheel came off while you're driving your own personal vehicle, if you could take it off and put it right back on. It's what they can do here in these race cars. They put a piece of tape right there in the middle to make sure they've got it straight. The Taylor Garbrell official pace vehicle, driven by our official pace truck driver, Jimmy Gann, will pull it into the infield for our tire warm-up session. All right, tires are warmed up. This is going to be the longest race so far of the season. We've been running 26 to 25 laps. But tonight we're running 40 laps. 40 laps. As once again, I think Jimmy's doing that, making sure his steering wheel is straight. As I mentioned before, if that steering wheel is off just a few inches, it can be very difficult to drive, especially 40 times around this 3/8 mile high bank. As on your front row, we got the 27 of Joe Ross, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Row number 2, we got the 73 of Trenton Masters on his outside, the 7 of Anthony Ross. Then the 4 of Devin Russell and the 05 of Kay McQueenie. Then the 91 of Dylan Bates and the 3 of Brennan Willard. The 2 drivers that have got feature wins so far this season. Eight cars, 40 laps is their distance. Here you come, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature. Green flag is in the air. Caution coming out, caution coming out. As officials are not liking that start, so we're going to stack them back up. Restack them, repack them, original restart. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Side by side, Jimmy Phone and Ross, as Jimmy Phone has the push down the backstretch. He jumps up in front of the pack there. He'll come around here for lap number 1. Then take lap number 1. Joe Ross, the 27 in second. The 91 of Dylan Bates already jumped up there as he's in front of the 73 of Masters in that 3rd spot. Here comes the 3 of Brennan Willard on the inside of the 73 of Masters. Once again, 40 laps. It's quite a bit around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway as we are 3 laps in, 37 more laps to go, and it's Jimmy Phone out front, 0.6 of a second in front of the 27 of Joe Ross. Jimmy Phone running a 15.153, Joe Ross with a 15.154. Dylan Bates with a 15.080, and Brennan Willard with a 15.064, and Trent Masters with 15.589. Right now, as it stands, Jimmy Phone, 0.5 of a car length in front of the 27 of Joe Ross. As Bates now gaining ground on Ross. As Bates now going on the inside of the 27 of Joe Ross. He moves up now into that 2nd spot. Here comes Willard behind the 27 as well. Right now, it's Jimmy Phone out front. The 91 of Dylan Bates in 2nd, the 27 of Joe Ross in 3rd, Brennan Willard in 4th. Jimmy Phone trying to hold off the 91 of Bates. As right now, we are 10 laps in, 30 more laps to go. Dylan Bates within 0.2 of a second of your leader, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Jimmy Phone driving off the exit of 4, doing all he can to hold off the 91 of Bates. Bates now going a car width below the 48 of Phone when he goes into 1 and 2. In 3 and 4, he stays behind him a little bit, then gets that car width below the 48 of Phone. 1/10 of a second now. We've got 2 races in 2 different places. The race for the lead and the race for 3rd. Bates now waiting patiently for an opportunity to make a move on Phone, but as he's waiting, here comes the 27 of Ross and the 3 of Willard. Down the front stretch they go now. Brennan Willard now on the inside of Ross now. Ross will drop back a spot to 4th. As right now, it's Phone, Bates, Willard, Ross, and Masters, your top 5. Dylan Bates now. He jumps up now, takes the lead. Here comes Phone. Bates now going into turns 3 and 4, your leader. As right now, Dylan Bates now, he will take the lead on lap number 16 with 24 more laps to go. Dylan Bates jumped that gap up to 0.5 of a second now, as Brennan Willard now moves up to that 2nd spot. Once again, these Hoosier tires haven't went this long yet this season. 40 laps. That's a lot of heat in these tires. That's a lot of wear in these tires. Let's see how the tire wear cars here, as right now it's the 91 of Dylan Bates. Now with an 0.8 of a second lead in front of the 3 of Brendan Willard, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in third, the 27R of Joe Ross fourth, Trent Masters in fifth, Kay McQueenie, and the 05 in that sixth spot. We got less now than 20 more laps. We've got 19 more laps to go. Dylan Bates now working through lap traffic. As now he's behind the 4 of Russell, working his way through lap traffic. The 3 of Brendan Willard trying to keep up with the 91 of Bates as they work through lap traffic here in the back of the pack, as we got 16 more laps to go. Right now it's still Bates out front. They're expanding the lead. As it's Bates, Willard, Phone, and Ross. Masters, your top 5. Ross now gaining on the 48 of Phone for that battle for third as they work behind the 4 of Devin Russell. As caution coming out for the 4 of Devin Russell. As he spins off there of turn number 2. As this will change things up if we got 8 more laps to go. So right now, as it stands, it's Bates, your leader, Willard in second, the 48 of Phone in third, the 27 of Ross in fourth, and the 73 of Masters in that 5th spot. So they will give the Push to the 4 of Devin Russell. And it looks like the Paul's Towing tow truck will make the way over there as well. Once again, we appreciate Paul's Towing. As for my personal truck this week, I had to use Paul's Towing. And so I had to give him a call to tow my truck to Douglas Tire and Auto. They were able to fix it the first time. Let's see if I go back a second time. But with 8 more laps to go, this race will change a little bit. As we've got Bates, your leader, Willard in the 3 in second, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in third, the 27 of Joe Ross in fourth, and the 73 of Trent Masters in that 5th spot. Kay McQueenie in the 05 in 6th, and Anthony Ross in 7th. So they will hook the Paul's Towing rollback to the Ford machine. Once again, update there on our schedule. Won't be racing until June the 6th, as we will be here next weekend for our truck show, show out, show up truck show on the 22nd and 23rd. So if you're out on the bout, swing by the track, check it out, as it's pretty much an all-day deal, Friday and Saturday. And once again, as the night goes on, we've got our Martin's One-Stop Crown Vic feature. Will be up next. So a great time to get those last-minute items at our concession stand. Visit the Highland Dairy Pit Stop Ice Cream Fan Deck. And visit the Roberts & Co. Snowbiz Route 66 Lemonade, Bramble Springs Bakery, all the favorites. Also want to take the time once again to thank our track sponsors, Highland Dairy, C&M Gearworks, Clayton Homes, Don Vance Ford, Douglas Tire and Auto, Ed Morris Chevrolet, Els Photography, Equipment Share, Fred Hines State Farm, Icon Graphics and Apparel, McLeod Electric Co-op, Lone Oak Printing, National TV and Rental, Nature's Pantry, O'Reilly Auto Parts, Ozark Estates RV Park, Paul's Towing, Pillar Insurance, Remax Next Generation, Sierra Herden, Smith Dash Trash, Taylor Garbo Chevrolet, and T-Mobile. They don't give me a side-by-side or a four-wheeler. So my only choice is a tricycle. That's why they always beat me to the accidents. If y'all are wondering, the Baldwin Pucci Bandoleros had the night off tonight. We're looking forward to having them back on the schedule for June the 6th. Let's talk with our official pace truck driver of the Taylor Garbo Chevrolet Jimmy, you're doing a great job out here driving this truck. Tell us about this truck. It's pretty nice, ain't it?
Pretty nice. It's 26. It's $57,500 and he wants to buy it tonight.
Man, you're a good salesperson, man. You sell cars?
No, I just help clean them up.
You just clean them up. Well, we're not at a dirt track, so I don't.
That's true.
All right. I made my pit stop here at the Taylor Garborough Chevrolet. Oh man, look at those four-wheelers. I can do that. Watch. Those four-wheelers don't scare me. Exercise, they said, Shane. It'll be great for you. Got to thank the Bound Station for loaning us these tricycles. We've been getting the wear in them the past couple of weeks, and I'm going off-roading. Give a shout out, track photographer Tim. It's a great job taking photos, printing our programs with this week was a Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial Special cover. Here we go. Line back up. Lights are going off. Here we go. 8 more laps, 32 laps in, 8 more to go. Can Dylan Bates hold off Brendan Willard or Jimmy Phone? And green flag is in the air. Willard and Phone side by side for second as Phone lost control there, got loose and coming out of the exit of 2. He drops back a spot to that third spot as the 91 of Dylan Bates now. Still out front, your leader, the 3 of Brendan Willard, second. The 48 of Jimmy Phone in third. The 27 of Joe Ross in that 4th spot with the 73 of Trent Masters in 5th. And we've got a race for 6 between the 7 of Anthony Ross and the 05 of Kay McQueenie. McQueenie is 05 on the outside of the 7 of Ross. We got 4 more laps to go for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Brendan Willard second, the 48 of Jimmy Phone in third. Joe Ross in the 27 in 4th. And Trent Masters in the 73 in 5th. The white flag is in the air. One more time around. Checkered flag is in the air for the 91 of Dylan Bates. The 3 of Brendan Willard. Second, the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Third, the 27 of Joe Ross. Fourth, and the 73 of Trenton Masters in fifth. As he will get the checkered flag and do a Polish victory lap in honor of Alan Kowicki. As that's what all the drivers have done tonight. So wild side, he's coming at you here. Give him a cheer. Let him know you appreciate him. The 91 of Dylan Bates coming back home and getting the victory. He's going to park it right here on victory lane, on the finish line. Man, what a year Dylan Bates is having. The sweet ride of his. John Chris Racing. As he made a trip back home and defended his opening night win on April the 18th. Thank you. Thank you for our trophy dude. She's taking off that safety equipment. Race fans, let them hear you. Your M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature winner, making a return back home, the 91 of Dylan Bates. Dylan, congratulations. I'm going to set that right there. Well, first of all, welcome back home. Man, you've been traveling well, but it's good to be back home and get that second win on the season.
Yeah, for sure. Good to be back here. Yeah, late race restart there. Kind of burned me a couple weeks ago in Colorado, so I wasn't going to let that happen again. So worked on late race restarts here and kind of set sail there with 8 to go. So.
I was telling the fans here before you guys took off here, we've been running 26, 25 laps. And tonight, since the car count was up a little bit, we ran 40 laps. So I believe you might be the only car out there that have had 40 laps or more with these Hoosier tires, so you had an advantage there, but it seems like they held up pretty good, and once again, you drove through the field and got it done.
Yeah, for sure. I love these Hoosier tires. We run these everywhere, and just got a good sidewall and very good feel to them, make the racing a lot better. I think a lot more fall off, and just I think you kind of saw it there with us in the 3-car, kind of just yo-yoing, so it's kind of fun.
We're going to take a couple weeks off here and see on your schedule you're going to be making the trip to Florida.
Yeah, we'll be headed to Pensacola, Florida to run with the Southern Super Series down there at 5 Flag Speedway for a doubleheader, 100-lap race on Friday night and a 100-lap race on Saturday night.
I got a question for you. I've been meaning to ask this for you. You've seen a lot of drivers come through this gate by Larry Phillips, Jamie McMurray, Chase Elliott, a lot of others, and to throw your name in there, it's pretty special, and I think it's coming for you.
Yeah, for sure. This is home, and yeah, I love being on that list, and yeah, I love these super late models. I'm not going anywhere.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let them hear you. Your M3 Hilltop Ranch late model feature winner, the 91 of Dylan Bates. As he said, he loves the super late model wear. Besides doing a little bit of traveling, and then when he can, he's going to come back home to where it matters, right here. All right, so we are get ready now for our Crown Vic race. 20 laps will be the distance for the Crown Vics. Here we go. We make the start here now for the Martins one-stop Crown Vics. This is how they will roll out on the pole from Lebanon, Missouri. It'll be the 8 of Sierra Herndon. On her outside from Bakersville, California, currently resides right here in Lebanon, Missouri. It's the 05 of Kay McQueenie. Then row number 2 on the inside from Cuba, Missouri will be the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. On her outside from Mount Vernon, Missouri will be the 21 of Drew Scholl. Row number 3 on the inside from Wood, Missouri will be the 62 of Bo Dial. On his outside from Marshville, Missouri will be the 69 of Chris Tender. Row number 4 on the inside from St. Robert, Missouri. Got the car put back together after taking a wild ride off of turn number 4. It's the 73 of Joseph McWhorter. And on his outside from Richland, Missouri, it's going to be the 87 of A.J. Starnes. Row number 5 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 16 of Arlita Vest. And on her outside from Springfield, Missouri will be the 00 of Bill Brown. Row number 6 out of Plato, Missouri will be the 3 of Garth Griswold. And on the outside will be the 44 of Jim Flannery out of Girard, Missouri. Row number 7 out of Eldridge, Missouri will be the 93 of Roger Graves. And on the outside will be the 55 of Brian Moore. Row number 8 on the inside will be Grove Springs, Missouri's 31 of Farmer Deckard. On the outside will be the 75 of Brad Halterman out of Lakeway, Missouri. And then row number 9 from Eldon, Missouri will be the 28 of Jacob Merriman and Melissa Martin. Be ready. Start making your way over to the grandstand side, because starting tailback after his feature win last week will be the 88 of Zane Martin from Bourbon, Missouri. 18 cars, 20 laps is the distance around the racetrack here tonight. For the Martins one-stop Crown Vics here on the Nicholas Bradshaw Memorial. His birthday going out. One of the biggest classes this season. A lot of fun. They've been producing some great racing. 18 strong tonight. We've been in the low 20s, but we've been running 3 weeks straight. And kudos and bravo, a round of applause to the drivers that have made it 3 weeks in a row. It takes a lot to run these cars 3 weeks in a row, but we're going to go on a break. Here we go. We're racing here. 20 laps is your distance. around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. So we've already got trouble off of turn number 2. The 69 of Chris Tender and the 3 of Garth Griswold. As coming into 2 to 87, and Tender made contact. Tender tried to hold on to it, to handle it, and just couldn't quite make it. As damage to the 69 machine and the 3 of Griswold. So no lap completed. So as it stands, it's going to go back to original restart. Oh, looks like the Paul's Towing and Recovery tow truck is being paged to make the way over to the lower part of the backstretch. A lot of competitive drivers, a lot of fast cars in this field. And everybody was trying to get the advantage going in those first corners. So as it stands right now, no laps completed, still working back there on the 69 and the 3. So going to go back to original restart. So far in 3 races, we've had 2 different winners, Cade McQueenie and the 88 of Zane Martin. But the point standings are really, really close and tight in the Crown Vics. As Yvette Eichelman continues to lead the Crown Vic champion standings after another strong top 5 finish last week. Jacob Merriman remains close behind with only 6 points. Back in second, and Cade McQueenie sits third as he suffered a DNF last race. Zane Martin's feature moved him to within 16 points of the lead. So very tight point battle. As right now, it looks like the 3 of Garth Griswold will be able to continue on in that 3 machine. So good to see him come away. Looks like the 69 went back into the pit area to see if he'll be able to return. As the safety crew overlooking the track here, making sure no debris was placed there. As no laps completed, original restart. As looks like lights will be going off. Going to go green this time by. Green flag is in the air. It's side by side for the lead between the 8 of Herden and McQueenie. McQueenie and Herden side by side. Herden on the inside, McQueenie on the outside. As McQueenie takes lap number 1. Sierra not going down without a fight, but here comes Yvette Eichelman as well. Right now, as it stands, it's McQueenie, Herden, Eichelman, Shaw, and Gile, your top 5. McQueenie still out front. Eichelman racing hard with the 8 of Sierra Herden. The ladies up front producing some great racing. As they come around here, we are 4 laps in, 16 more laps to go. McQueenie with a 19.409, 19.409. Sierra Herden with a 19.804. Yvette Eichelman, 19.8. Oh, hold on, as here comes the 21 of Shaw. As I was looking at the time, Shaw was running a 19.7. Now he's in a 19.8. He's on the outside of Yvette Eichelman. They come out of turn number 4. Drew Shaw now moves up there to that 3rd spot. Kate McQueenie, the out front, the 05, the 8 of Sierra Herden. 2nd is 21 of Drew Shaw. Now drops back a spot as Yvette Eichelman jumps up to that 3rd spot now. As that race for 3rd between 2 cars now, the 21 of Shaw and the 62 of Bo Dial. We got great racing there in the middle of the pack as here comes the 88 of Zane Martin. And now he moves into that 7th spot. 8 laps in, 12 more laps to go. Here comes Martin now. Zane Martin will move in front of the 87 of AJ Starnes for 6th. As we got 10 more laps to go, halfway through, it's Kate McQueenie with a 19.638. McQueenie now with under come down the back stretch, going to turns number 3 and 4. With 7 more laps to go. Six more laps to go as McQuinney working through lap traffic now. As it's McQuinney. Sierra Herden and the 70 of Yvette Eichelman. Here they come out of turn number 4 as looks like the 21 of Drew Scholl pulls off the track. As it stands, it's McQuinney, Herden, Eichelman, Gile, and Martin, your top 5. Sierra Herden now trying to hold off the 70 of Yvette Eichelman, battling for that second spot. As the white flag is in the air, one more time around. McQuinney will come off of turn number 4, get his second win of the season. Sierra Herden with her best finish in second. The 70 of Yvette Eichelman in third. Bo Gile fourth, and the 88 of Zane Martin in 5th. Wow, what a race. As making his second appearance down here in Victory Lane, Kay McQuinney. All right. Taking off the safety equipment. The old celebration in the 05 pits tonight. Give it up for the 05 of Kay McQuinney. So I just got word that you gave your brother a better hug than you gave someone else. So shame on you for that. And we need to work on that. But we don't need to work on your driving skills because, man, you drove the wheels off this thing tonight. And after last week's performance, you didn't have to start in the back. So you got a pretty good starting spot and got out front and just kept it in clean air and did your thing.
Yeah, we kind of got lucky with having the issue last week, and late model race didn't go so well, so I tried to do as good as I could in this one, and it was working. But yeah, I made sure to give Kel big thanks. He came out for 2 weeks from California, helped me work on late model to get it kind of set up, and it was good last week, and we struggled this week, so we're having issues with that, so still got to work on that. But cool to come out, get win number 3 on the season for Nick, and cool to have it since I was able to talk to him at least once coming out last year, so it was cool to talk to Nick. So hopefully put on a show for everybody still around. Appreciate it.
Hey, just want to give you a quick thanks for putting together that season 1 of the iRacing League and Trenton Masters getting the championship, and you did a lot of great work there.
Yeah, we made sure to do that, so if anybody's on iRacing want to join it, go ahead, best to be on Facebook or whatever, we'll get you set up. I'm going to do a bigger season this next season, so we'll have more fun with that, but I live stream on my YouTube, KO5, I do race day vlogs, so go check it out. But once again, thank you, Aaron, everybody for putting it on, thank you for announcing. Kale for all the help these last 2 weeks, and everybody, Sam, Clay, Nathaniel, Meemaw, Peepaw, thank you everybody. So thank you all you race fans coming out.
What time is it in California right now?
I don't even know what time it is right now.
I think it's like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, whatever time, let's see. Yeah, it's 8.
8 o'clock? Okay.
I got to thank Mom and Dad because I keep forgetting. So thank you, Mom and Dad. Love you. I know that you guys are watching, so thank you, Mom and Dad, for watching.
I was leaning into that. Hopefully I did a great job tonight as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, your Martin's one-stop Crown Vic feature winner, the 05 of Kay McQueenie. And we pulled this one down here because, wow, Sierra, great job. This was a long time coming and finished runner-up, but wow. And you know what? It was a year ago from today that you started in this class and finished second. Your best finish, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I don't even know what to do. I don't know, what do I say? What do I do? Oh my gosh, I don't feel like I should take up the limelight because I'm not first loser, but I'll take it. No.
Well, congratulations. Anybody you want to thank?
Oh, I have so many people. There's a lot of people. I mean, this guy right here, you know, the one that you see around on the scooter all the time, he's the only reason why I'm here. But, you know, I've got my Remax crew. They're awesome. Hogan Land Title, Robert's Home Repairs, Vance Home Loans, Show Me Dents, my Panther group, and then we've got everybody that helps us, Bald and Bougie, Eddie's Flooring, Bramble Springs, and then Martin's One Stop for sponsors.
I think this is a great opportunity for you to close some houses and tell everybody that, hey, I finished second at I-44 Speedway this past weekend.
Yes, I am a realtor, so if you need to buy or sell anything, reach out to me. My name's on the card.
All right, hey, we appreciate you as well sponsoring the track. Ladies and gentlemen, finishing second. And for a year ago, she started in this class. Give it up for the 8 of Sierra Herden. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. For those that are heading out, for here in the, thank you guys for being here. We'll see you guys in a couple of weeks on June the 6th for racing, but come back and join us on May the 22nd and 23rd for the truck show. And on behalf of everybody here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, Nick, happy birthday, bud. We miss you, we love you, but we'll never forget you. Hashtag 23 strong.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Future Mrs. Simmons right there. And we'll see everybody in a couple of weeks.